Imagine waking up tomorrow with nothing. No job, no title, no savings, no certainty. Your phone is silent. Your name no longer opens doors. Everything you thought made you secure is gone. For most people, this thought alone creates panic. But for the samurai, it created freedom. They practiced this loss daily, not because they were pessimists, not because they hated life, but because they understood something modern society has forgotten. The fear of loss controls more people than loss itself. Today, we will explore why samurai deliberately practiced losing everything, their wealth, their status, even their lives, and how this training made them calm, decisive, and unbreakable. This is not a history lesson. This is a psychological weapon, and once you understand it, fear will never rule you the same way again. We live in the most comfortable age in history. Climate-controlled rooms, instant food, digital money, endless entertainment. Yet anxiety is everywhere. Why? Because modern security is fragile. Your job depends on markets you don't control. Your reputation depends on opinions you can't manage. Your identity depends on systems that can collapse overnight. Most people build their sense of self on their career, their income, their social image, their relationship status, and then they wonder why fear follows them everywhere. The samurai saw this clearly. They understood that anything external could be taken, so they trained for that reality instead of denying it. To a samurai, life was not guaranteed. War was constant. Loyalty could become a death sentence. Survival was uncertain. But instead of becoming anxious, they became clear. They followed Bushido, the way of the warrior. At its core was one radical idea: accept death before it arrives. This was not morbid, it was liberating. Because once death was accepted, fear lost its grip. Samurai did not wait for disaster to train their minds. They rehearsed it. They imagined losing their master, losing their home, losing their honor, losing their life. Zen Buddhism reinforced this through impermanence. Nothing lasts. Nothing belongs to you. Nothing is guaranteed. By mentally letting go before loss occurred, they weakened fear at its root. Modern psychology now confirms this. The mind suffers more from anticipation than from reality. No figure represents this philosophy more clearly than Miyamoto Musashi. Musashi refused comfort. He slept outdoors. He owned few possessions. He avoided political attachment, not because he lacked opportunity, but because he understood dependence. Musashi wrote, "Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Pleasure creates attachment. Attachment creates fear." Musashi practiced loss so thoroughly that nothing could be taken from him. That is why he could walk calmly into duels others feared. Fear comes from one question: what will happen to me if I lose this? The samurai answered that question in advance. They accepted the worst. Once the worst is accepted, the mind relaxes. This is why calm people often seem dangerous. They are not reckless, they are free. Zen monks and samurai practiced a form of meditation focused on death. They would visualize their final breath, their body returning to the earth, the world continuing without them. This was not depressing. It stripped away illusion. What remained was presence. When you accept your impermanence, every moment sharpens. Here is the paradox. The more you cling, the weaker you become. The more you let go, the stronger you grow. Samurai who accepted loss fought with clarity. They did not hesitate. They did not overthink. They did not panic. Fear requires something to protect. Take that away, and fear collapses. Modern fear is subtle. It hides behind overthinking, procrastination, people-pleasing avoidance. Samurai fear was direct: death, defeat, dishonor. Because they faced fear directly, it lost power. Modern people distract themselves instead, and distraction makes fear grow. You don't need a sword, you need discipline. Practice 1, voluntary discomfort, cold showers, fasting, silence. Teach your nervous system it can survive discomfort. Practice 2, identity reduction. You are not your job. You are not your income. You are not your image. Repeat this until it becomes real. Practice 3, mental loss rehearsal. Ask yourself, if this disappeared tomorrow, who would I be? Sit with the answer. Because it feels uncomfortable, because it threatens the ego, because it removes illusions. But avoidance strengthens fear. The samurai understood. What you refuse to face will control you. Once loss is accepted, something unexpected happens. The mind becomes quiet, decisions become clean, action becomes direct. This is Zen stillness, not numbness, not indifference. Clarity without resistance. The most dangerous opponent was never the strongest. It was the one with nothing to protect. The samurai who had already accepted loss could not be manipulated. No threat worked on him. No pressure distorted his judgment. He was already free. Fear of failure disappears when failure is accepted. Fear of rejection disappears when identity is detached. Fear of uncertainty disappears when impermanence is embraced. This is why the samurai moved forward while others hesitated. Comfort promises safety, but it secretly increases fear. The more comfortable you become, the more you fear disruption. The samurai avoided excessive comfort intentionally, not to suffer, but to remain free. Near the end of his life, Musashi wrote, "Become acquainted with every art." Why? Because flexibility prevents attachment. When you are adaptable, loss becomes manageable. Rigidity creates fear. When life eventually takes something from you, and it will, there are two responses: collapse or clarity. The samurai trained for this moment long before it arrived. So when it came, they did not panic. They adjusted. Freedom is not control. Freedom is non-attachment. When nothing owns you, nothing can threaten you. This is the heart of the samurai mindset. Sit quietly. Imagine losing what you fear losing most. Do not resist. Do not distract. Breathe. Stay. Notice how fear peaks, then fades. That fading is power. The modern world is unstable. Systems fail. Identities collapse. Certainty disappears. Those who cling will suffer. Those who let go will endure. The samurai practiced losing everything, not because they wanted to die, but because they wanted to live without fear. And you can do the same. When you have nothing to lose, you gain everything that matters. Stillness, clarity, freedom.